Hey everybody. So, if you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, then you probably already know what this video is about. I mean, obviously, if you read the title, you have somewhat of an idea. But I am doing this video today to give you all a heads up on something that I wasn't aware of. And if I wasn't aware of it, and I like to shop as much as I do, then chances are you might not be aware of it either. What I'm talking about is, how long has it been since you've been to an outlet mall to shop? A lot of people shop for clothes at outlet malls or handbags or coats, things like that. When I go to the outlet mall, I hit all the stores that sell makeup because that's my thing. um, so I had gone to an outlet mall yesterday, and one of the places that I usually, not always, but usually pop into is the Bare Minerals store. And you might be thinking, oh, Bare Minerals, I'm not really into that brand anymore, or maybe you never were. Well, hold on. You need to know this. They used to have a sign on the outside of the store that said Bare Minerals, and they sold Bare Minerals makeup and brushes inside. It's much more than that now, you guys. And this is a very, very big deal, or at least it was to me. I was freaking out when I went in there because I'm trying to think of how long it had been since I had been in there. It had been quite a while. So I'm not sure when this took place, but I spoke to one of the employees that worked there, and she said that Bare Minerals is owned by Shiseido, a Japanese makeup company. And now, in addition to just having Bare Minerals makeup at the Bare Minerals store, which is no longer called Bare Minerals, by the way, at the outlet store, it is called Bare+Beauty. Now they have everything that is under the Shiseido umbrella. And what I mean by that is any brand that is owned by Shiseido, they have it at this Bare+Beauty store. Now there are 40 stores across the United States. And I know that there are outlet malls around the world and that not everybody that watches my video is watching from the United States. So I don't know what the situation is in your country, but in the United States, there are 40 of these Bare+Beauty stores at outlet malls in 24 states. So it isn't every single state. But if you have one within driving distance, you may want to check this out because now they have not just Bare Minerals, but they have Bare Minerals, Buxom, Clé de Peau, Laura Mercier, NARS, and for me, most importantly of all, they have Burberry. And why this is a big deal, I love Burberry makeup. Now it is very expensive, but if you buy it at the outlet store, it's 30% off. And I'm not talking about hideous things that are no longer available. Some of the stuff that I saw yesterday are things that you can still buy in a retail store for 30% more. So what happened actually was I went into the store and I immediately went around like the perimeter. I didn't even look at the stuff in the middle of the store until the end. I started on the perimeter, and the first thing I saw was NARS. And I was like, where am I? Am I in the right store? So I looked at all the NARS stuff and I was like, oh wow, because I mean, I like NARS, but it's an expensive brand, so I don't really buy it that often because I'm on a budget. So I looked at all the NARS stuff and I was like making a mental note about things that I saw and things that I might want. Then I headed around towards the back of the store, towards the cash registers, and I saw a lot of Bare Minerals. Went around the corner on the other wall. The other wall was mostly Bare Minerals. I may have seen some Buxom stuff. I did not see any Clé de Peau or Laura Mercier, but that doesn't mean that they wouldn't have some of that at some point in the future. Or Shiseido. I didn't see any Shiseido either. But I think they're going to be getting like just randomly you might see things from these brands, or if you go to a different outlet store for Bare+Beauty, you might see something like that. So anyways, I went around the store and I was like, oh wow, this is great. So then I got back to the front of the store and I looked at the stuff that was front and center as soon as you walked in the store. And what do I see but a whole table full of Burberry eyeshadows, which I already own quite a few of them and I love them, and it kind of made it more prominent in my mind. I was like, how come I hardly ever use my Burberry eyeshadows anymore? They're like maybe the best eyeshadows that I own. So I really need to use them more often. But anyways, they had a whole table of Burberry eyeshadows, 30% off retail price. And what do I see on the table amongst these eyeshadows but an eyeshadow that I have wanted from Burberry ever since it came out? I couldn't believe, I wanted to scream. I was so excited. Matter of fact, I even said to one of the employees that was walking around, I said, Burberry? You have Burberry? So she came over, she goes, yeah, we have Burberry. So that's how I got into the conversation about Bare Minerals is owned by Shiseido, and then how, you know, you were going to be seeing all the different brands from them. So I went right for what I'm about to show you, and I can't believe I got this 30% off, because like I said, I have wanted this from the first time that I saw it online. But if you know me, then you know that I don't really like to order online. Sephora has Burberry online, and so doesn't Nordstrom. At least I think they do. I haven't ordered from them in a long time. I've ordered Burberry eyeshadows in the past from Nordstrom and from Burberry themselves, and I didn't have any problems with ordering or shipping or anything like that. But I just don't like to order online. I really prefer to buy things in a store firsthand. Then you can do swatches, and they did have testers out, by the way, for every single eyeshadow that they carried, and there were a lot to choose from. So anyways, I now am the proud owner of, let me get the name right, it just says Burberry Eye Color Wet and Dry Glow Shadow. I do not own any of the Wet and Dry Glow shadows. This is my first one. The Wet and Dry Glow shadows come in 4 shades. The one that I wanted the most and the one I bought is Nude, which is number 002. And that's why I said if you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, then you already know what this video is about, because I took a picture of this and posted it yesterday on both of those social media platforms. Oh, by the way, in case you have never bought Burberry, it comes in a cardboard box like this, Nude number 002. Then when you open that up, there's a little velvet pouch inside, and then this is in there. And this is Nude 002, and I am in heaven. This is so pretty. I love it so much. Now, retail, if you were to buy this at Burberry or Sephora or Nordstrom or wherever Burberry is available, it would be $29. And $29 plus tax is a lot for a single eyeshadow. Agreed? You can get it 30% off at the outlet store. So instead of $30 plus, it's going to be $20. And then with tax, I paid 21 and change, which is still expensive, but I'd much rather pay 21 than 31. Okay, so this is Nude, and I have this on my lids, and it lived up to all my expectations that I had of it. It applied beautifully. I think the color is so pretty. I like the finish of it. And just in case you're curious about what I put with it, I have MAC Twinks in the crease, and I have Makeup Geek Shimma Shimma as my brow bone highlight and in the inner corner. Oh, and I dragged a little bit of Twinks down along the lower lash line, and then I used a black liner. I used Marc Jacobs highliner in Blacquer as my eyeliner today. But I love, love, love this, and it's so pretty that I almost didn't even want to use it. But I did. So what I did was, if you look at this, you might be able to see that it looks a little bit messed up in this corner here. That's because that's where I put my brush, and that's where I swatched it after I bought it yesterday. After I took my picture and posted my perfect picture on Instagram and Twitter. I definitely wanted to do that so I would be able to see how perfect it looked before it was touched. But yeah, I might as well just swatch it again for you now. So I'm just going to work off of that corner there. So that's what it looks like swatched. So it's a really pretty, nude is the perfect color for it, because the perfect color name. Because that's what it is. It's just a nice, soft, nice nude, perfect for the lids. And oh my God, I can't believe I got this for 30% off. Because so many times I was going to order it and pay full retail, but I was like, $30 for an eyeshadow, that's nuts, that's too much, you know? So $20 for an eyeshadow, for a Burberry eyeshadow. So that is very different than the other eyeshadow formula that they have. Now, my Burberry eyeshadows that I already own are the sheer eyeshadows from like 3 years ago, but now I believe they've been reformulated since I bought those, and now I think they're called silk eyeshadows. So they're the ones that are like the color type eyeshadows are a little different now. Have not tried those, but I didn't even notice if they had those. They had a whole bunch of things. So I would imagine that the things that they have at the outlet are from before. So if you liked the original sheer formula, I believe that's what they probably had on the table there. So yeah, I want to let you know about this. And they also have a rewards program. And all I had to give her was my name and my email, and she gave me a rewards card to keep in my wallet. And she said, oh geez, now I'm probably not gonna remember the details. I think she said when you spend $150, you get, was it $20 off your next purchase after that? Something like that. I don't quote me on that, but anyways, I figured, it was free, and I would probably go back there at some point now that I know that they have that. And I also might want to go back and really look over the NARS section better too, because I do really like NARS, but I don't own hardly any NARS because it's so expensive. So wanted to let you guys know about that. And yeah, Bare+Beauty is what they're calling the outlet store now for Bare Minerals. And they still have a lot of Bare Minerals there, but I hope to see some of those other brands there in the future too that I talked about that fall under that Shiseido umbrella of brands, because I like Laura Mercier, and I've never tried Clé de Peau and would love to try them. And Buxom is good too. I just bought a Buxom eyeshadow retail the other day and showed you guys. So yeah, that is it for today then, I guess, you guys. And thanks so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.